As you just saw, this creative timeline effect is built using just a few layers combined. Now let me show you how to create it in Filmora. First, go to the drawing tools, select the line tool and draw a simple horizontal line. Make sure it is center aligned. Disable the fill. Set the stroke color to pure white and choose the dashed line style. Also set the cap to rounded. Now we have the proper line we need. Next, choose the ellipse tool and draw a circle, then place it around this position. Go to its properties and change the fill color. I'll choose this blue color. Then set the stroke to none. Move a few frames forward and add a keyframe on scale. Then go back to the start and set the value to 0. This gives us a pop-in effect that adds depth. You can adjust the size of this circle according to your preference. Now click on this second keyframe, select the line tool again and draw a vertical line like this. Disable the fill, set the stroke color to the same pure white, and for the end shape you can choose any option. I'll select diamond, which adds this shape at the end of the line. Move the pointer to around 1 second, add a keyframe on trim path start, then go back to the beginning and set the value to 100. This gives us the line animation. Similarly, come on second keyframe and create another vertical line, then align it parallel to the upper line. Move the pointer to 1.18 seconds and add a keyframe on end, then go back to the start and set the value to 0. Also, we actually don't need the line in shape here because we want this L-shaped line effect for a seamless result. Like before, click on the second keyframe again and draw a small horizontal line, then properly connect it here. Set the same diamond end shape and color. Move a few frames forward, add a keyframe on end, then go back to the start and set the value to 0. If you want to adjust their duration, simply tweak the keyframe positions. Now bring the circle layer above everything else and keep the other layers below it, so it looks like the lines are coming out from behind the circle. Now add titles. Move the pointer to 22 frames and add a default text layer. I'll type a year here, choose the font Bebas, manually set the size, and use the same blue color. Add a shadow, set blur to 2 and distance to 0. Then go to animation, select random from fluent, reduce the duration slightly and hit apply. Move the pointer to around 2.4 seconds and add another text layer. Customize it the same way since these are very basic steps. Then for animation, choose retro typing and adjust the duration as needed. Also, you can try different title presets, animations and fonts because the main purpose of this video is to help you understand the concept. Now let's add images. Drag the first image at around 24 frames, scale it down and place it according to the text so nothing overlaps. Drag the second image around 1.6 seconds. Then add the third image the same way. There's no rule that you must use images exactly like this. You can arrange them however you want based on your theme. Add a basic shadow to each image one by one so we get a depth effect. Now go to transitions, open the glitch section and apply any transition to the images. For a more creative look, I'll use a different one on each image. If the alignment looks a little off, simply select all of them, deselect the main line and adjust everything slightly according to your preference. I've trimmed the extra part and kept the duration only 5 seconds. Now compound all these layers because we want to add more creative effects and make this more interesting. First, go to the start, set scale to 105 and enable a keyframe on transform. Then manually move it to the right side, making sure the line end still aligns from the left. Go to the ending and reset the position. Then set the position X keyframes to ease out, so we get a smooth movement. Alright, this looks good, but we will add more. In stock media, search for clean and I'll drag this clip. This works as a good background for now. Move it one layer below, then search for paper and I'll choose this clip. Set its blend mode to multiply, reduce its speed and extend the duration as needed. In the effects panel, search paper and drag this effect onto the bottom layer. Then search movie. Drag this overlay here and set its opacity to around 50%. Now this is looking perfect. For further customization, save this compound clip as a custom preset so you don't have to repeat this long process again. You'll find it later under editing presets in compound clips. Simply place this clip after the previous one. Before editing, rename it so it's easy to differentiate. Stretch the overlay according to the duration. Then click on it. Right-click the first image, choose Replace Clip and select a new image. Replace all the images the same way, however many you have. In this one, I'll tweak the image placement slightly for a different look. Double-click the text layer and replace all the text the same way. We don't even need to add keyframes again. Simply copy the effect from the previous clip and paste it onto the next one. For a seamless transition, I'll choose the push left transition from slide transitions. And that's the final effect. Just add suitable sound effects to enhance it even further. If you found this video useful, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.